welcome here on Drivetime here in the UK.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Man, oh man, I was telling you off air, with the amount of love and appreciation you are getting online, are you aware as to how massive your fan base is?
I'm slowly becoming aware of it. It can be a little overwhelming, I think, but I'm just, I'm overwhelmed by all the love that I'm getting, so it's a fantastic feeling.
You're getting a lot of love, and I think Yaqeen Ka Safar has definitely been a turning point in your career. I mean, how do you feel after the success of Yaqeen Ka Safar on Hum TV?
Obviously, I'm feeling really great about it, and I'm just so I'm blessed that people enjoyed the story, people enjoyed my performance, and it's a great feeling.
It's a good feeling, yeah. Do you know in the UK as well, Yaqeen Ka Safar was constantly topping the charts on the Wednesday nights that it was aired here in the UK. So, to kind of get that fan base, not just in Pakistan and other places, but in the UK in particular, where there's a lot of competition with TV channels, it must be a great feeling, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fantastic, locally, within the country, it's great that there's a huge following for it, and it's become so popular, but it means even more that, it's reaching across borders, in the UK, Canada, the States. It's a fantastic feeling, and I think it's wild because, we work so hard on this story, and just to know that it's paying off is tremendous.
Mm-hmm. But what do you think it was about the show, the concept of the show, that and also your character that has worked like magic for you?
I think, first of all, when I read the script, there is this beautiful transformation that this character goes through, and that's kind of what drew me towards to actually take on the project. But I think the thing that makes it really special is there's this kind of weird magic that I can't explain. Sometimes I know when I'm watching a show that gives me this kind of, this very romantic feeling, not in the traditional sense, but this romantic feeling, that you kind of, you leave taking something away from it. And so, knowing that the show is doing that for others, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Was this an easy decision for you to take up the show? Was it something that you said yes instantly to when you heard about the script and when you offered the show?
Yeah, I said yes the very day, actually, once they kind of, first they told me what the story was about, and I just thought it was a beautiful story about, there's so many topics that, you could talk about this, but it's the kind of the struggle that people go through. It's all about the human experience, which I thought was fantastic.
Fab. And after Yaqeen Ka Safar, now everyone wants to know what about your next show. Now, I know there's a lot of rumours, which even I want to know about, is Angan, which is on air. Why? Tell us about Angan.
Actually, there's been a bit of a confusion. There's actually Angan on Air Y has started. I think it's on air or it's about to go on air. I'm actually part of Hum TV's Angan, which is now being shot. So it's still in process. Ah,
okay. So it's a new one, right? This is on Hum TV, which is Angan. Can you tell us a little bit about Angan and your role in that?
Sure. So I guess I haven't really spoken about being an Angan. I think it's been kind of speculated, but I guess now the rumors are out. But it's basically it's a partition. It's based in the partition period, and it's kind of I just wanted to do something that was completely different from Yaqeen Ka Safar, the character I was playing there. So it's going to be a huge challenge for me to go back in time, which I think is the most exciting thing about this play.
So when are we going to get to see it? And is there going to be a big space before we get to see you back on TV?
Unfortunately, yeah, there will be a bit of a gap now until I hit the screens again. But I think it's a good thing. It'll kind of give me time to really put all my effort into this one piece, because I'm quite careful with the stuff that I'm doing. So there'll be a bit of a gap. I think probably March, April, the show will air. So.
Oh man, that's a long wait though. But tell us about how you're preparing for that role. Is there any particular things that you're doing to kind of gearing yourself up for the character?
Yeah, actually, some of the. I'm quite simple with how I do my work, but I think there's certain characters, there's certain roles and projects that kind of require a bit more out of you. And the decision I've taken to do this role is once I get on set, I'm going to completely shut off all social media. I'm going to hand my phone over to my assistant director. I'm going to say, I don't want this phone. I don't want anything to do with 2017, 2018 until we're done. So I'm kind of isolating myself in terms of what's available to me, but I think it's something that's going to be required for this role.
Wowzers, wowzers. Okay. Right, Ahad, let's go to some of the questions that have been flooding in from all your fans around the world, all right? Are you ready? You have to brace yourself for a lot of these questions, all right?
I hope I'm ready. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so there's one from Aisha who wants to know, Dr. Asafayandar or Salar or the character in Angan? Pick one. Which kind of stands out for you?
For me, I think Dr. Asfandar obviously will always be very special to me, especially because it was the character that I got to kind of sit in for the whole process of the shoot. I was just kind of in character, which was kind of a rare thing for me. It was very fascinating to see how my work evolved and how even my thought process changed. So I'm very close to Dr. Asfandar.
Awesome. FA is asking, do you consider being yourself in movies or do you want to stick to TV shows?
I think I'll do whatever is a good story, whether it's a film, whether it's TV, whether it's on the stage. If it's a good story, if it's something that's gonna, if the audience will leave with something, then I'll do it. I'm not limiting myself to just films or TV or whatever it is, because I know that's kind of the trend is once you're a hit, you just kind of stick to films. But I think that's wrong because the recognition I get is from TV, so how could I leave it?
But do you know what? The Pakistani TV market has grown so much, and there's so many inspirations that even Indian television is taking from Pakistani television. So I think you guys are doing incredible work on Pakistani television, on Hum TV, on Geo TV, on Airwide Digital, on all the big channels. So well done to you guys for being trendsetters in that.
Yeah, it's actually a great time to be, I think, part of the industry just because there's so much change happening and things are happening very quickly. So I think it's fantastic that, we're exploring different things and different avenues on TV. It's fantastic.
I agree. There's a question also from Soha who's asking, do you think that there will be constant comparisons with your character in Yaqeen Ka Safar in all your other future work that you do?
I think obviously there will be a comparison because this character, people really enjoyed this character and they related to him. But I think the comparison really, that's up to me because I think I need to work harder to make sure that I'm delivering something to the audience. I'm giving them something new every time to talk about. So I think that expectation is on me, and I hope that I can meet that expectation for everyone.
Yeah. Shweta wants to know, आप किसी से अपनी inspiration मानते हो? Do you take anyone as your inspiration?
Yeah, I think my biggest inspiration is my father, I think, just because, I've kind of grown up watching him and I've seen how he worked and I've kind of grown up being on set and stuff like that, so he's probably my biggest inspiration.
Mm-hmm. And Asmi, we know that you've done a lot of theatre work as well. She wants to know, which is more convincing to you, theatre drama or movies?
You know what? I think after, because my theater training and my theater work is quite extensive, I've been doing it for many years, and I've kind of just recently hit the film and TV scene. But I think that film and TV is the, I know the me from the past would disagree, but I think film and TV is the ultimate medium of storytelling now because it's so authentic, When we're on set, we're not actually on set, we're actually on a location, we're actually at the actual place, everything is real. Whereas I feel like for stage, sometimes things are quite heightened. So I think film and TV, I think, is definitely where it's at.
Okay. And Raksha wants to know, what are the top 3 things you look into when you're signing a show? So in a script, what are the 3 important things for you?
I think number one is the story. I don't really look at, I don't really look at my role right away. I look at what the story is offering. And I think the second thing would probably be the transformation of the character. Because I think that's what people really enjoy seeing is, when you have somebody at status quo, when you see them in the beginning and you meet them at the end, that's the transformation that I think really intrigues me. And lastly, I think a lot about the cast because I think depending on the casting, everything changes.
Yeah. Ahad, can I just say, before I carry on, that your answers are so thorough, and they are, I like it that you're keeping them short as well, because they've still got quite a few questions here from your fans. So let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Laiba wants to know, what's your most memorable dialogue from Yaqeen Ka Safar?
100% it has to be Kabhi Kabhi Dil Chahta Hai Ki Rasta Khatam Na Ho. Because I think that one line kind of sums up the journey of those two characters of Asfanya and Zubia, you know, because when good things happen in their lives, they're just kind of, they want to hold on to those things, because these two characters, they go through so much pain in the story, so that really sums it up for me. And another one real quick would probably have to be मैं भी बदल गया हूँ, यकीन करो पूरा का पूरा बदल गया हूँ, because that's what it's all about. That's the journey, is people get...
Nice. Wow. Hania Huck wants to know, is there any question you are asked in any of your interview that you can never forget?
And there's many. There's quite some. There's a lot of inappropriate ones. I still remember somebody had asked me, "You got to kill one, marry one, sleep with one," whatever the questions were. And the guy gave me a list of names, and I said I'd just shoot myself. So I think I gave a pretty good answer to him, but those kind of questions, I get confused on how to answer them.
Okay. And Aisha wants to know, if you get a chance to propose to a girl, how would you do it? How much of a romantic are you?
Wow, okay, well that is a new one. I thought I'd heard everything. That's a new one. I think, as much as I don't want to admit it, I think I am quite a bit of a romantic. I know my best friends say that to me. So I think whatever it is, it'll be something special and something tailored to her. So.
Oh, so there you have it. I think there's a lot of girls going, oh, now, so I might as well do it with them, alright? So, Noura wants to know, what was your